How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to my darling's embrace of Steinsgate universe. So we are going to begin the final story that we're going to cover for this. And then the Steinsgate universe, as far as I know, is effectively done. Well, not the universe, I should say that. The Steinsgate storyline with these set characters will be effectively over. That doesn't mean I have no intention of playing the other branch-off stories, Chaos Head, Chaos Child, Robotics, whatever that one is, and then the new title they're teasing. I'm probably going to take a look at those. When and how is the question. But for now, keep in mind that we are going to be ending with a bang. With this one, this is going to be the Mayuri route. So as you can see, I've had to jump through some hoops. So I've been recording for about 10 minutes now, just trying to get everything in the right situation. And I've hit it well, because apparently if you answer all the messages properly and don't get deviated by other messages, like, I don't know if you have to, but like, obviously to be safe, the spoiler-free guide recommended doing it this way. All I needed, and the only difference is, because I actually did most of this on my own, but you get this response from Mayuri in a message that she mentions a specific place. That's what the guide said. And so in this text, it mentions the May Queen and sends the attachment. I believe I got the attachment, if not in the recorded playthrough, in another playthrough when I was like getting back to the save point. But it definitely didn't have all this text in it. So like, what is the attachment going to be anyway? Yeah. So I got that background because I have it on my phone, ironically. Like, so I totally got that way back when. But it didn't come with this text, or at least not all of this text. Oh, sorry. So it seems that we're on the right track. I got a few more skips I got to do, apparently. But we should be, next time we come back together, it should be at when we're sending emails, or attempting to, and we're like rewriting it. I'm going to hopefully hit the right one. But for now, I'm just kind of keeping you up to date of like what exactly it is. See, like I've had all these messages, and I went through the loopholes, and it says I'm on track, so I should be good to go. So yeah, you'll join me in just a second when we are in the loud, noisy electric room, when we will officially get this story underway. Okay, so if I've done everything right and we've walked through the thing properly, as according to the guide that is displayed on the side of my screen, on my other screen right now, this should be this. It should launch us into, I think it's, if we see the title, Fahrenheit Chiaroscuro, I guess. Like, I think then we'll know we've done the right thing. I'm trying to remember. I think this is, like, normally, God, whose route would this have been? This might be the Ferris route, actually. I'm not sure normally, but we'll have to see. So I guess all we have to do is push the button. And send. Here we go. Let's hope I did it right. 3.130238. Okay. My reading Stein are activated. This feeling doesn't lie. A cocktail of dizziness and blurring sight. Everything loses its color and form, finally giving way to emptiness, until things slowly regain their presence. Okay. All right. Did we? Yes! We win! Victorious! I didn't mess it up. First try with a cheat guide. Let's do this. So, now we launch this story into its true madness once again. Join me, will you? Ugh. I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. Once I manage to shake off the after effects of the reading Stein, I look around the lab. Okay, so I'm going to go through now, because I hate having an inbox that's got stuff, but like there's a lot of messages I ignored just for the safety of the run. But I'm going to open them all real fast so that we can do this. Because like pretty much the big, oh gosh, so many. Like just to make sure you don't deviate, like you pretty much don't open any mails from anybody who isn't, it turned out to be pretty much Mayuri, except for ones that you were forced to open. Okay, good. We're set. So, all right, man. I start off the aspect sheet. I look around the lab. It's really quiet in here, as if the chaos that had overtaken us was all a bad dream. Mayuri is at the table, staring at the textbook with a look of concentration. Beside her, Lukako, who hadn't been in the lab before, is flipping through a dictionary with an equally focused look. Daru was watching Nico Neon live. Oh my gosh, I just realized I have a webcam in the shot. Dang, so unprofessional. His dad totally just missed that. It's probably just sitting there being annoying. Anyway, Daru's watching Nico Neon live. Headphones on. I hear a clatter from the keyboard in the development rooms. It's probably Kurisu conducting an experiment or something. I look at my right arm. And it is mercifully free of the future gadget number 12, Kurisu, and my constant tormentor. Yes, although that was a fun story, I'm glad. Looks like we sent the email without a hitch.
どうかしたの、おかり。大丈夫ですか？なんだか顔色が悪い気が。
いや、なんでもない。それより、マユリたちは何をしているんだ？
夏休みの宿題だよ。
Mayuri gives me a questioning look. I didn't want to talk about what had led up to send us the email, so I tried to divert her suspicions.
いや、そうじゃなくて、どういう宿題なのかと思ってな。
Doesn't Lukako say that he was done with his homework already? I suppose that must have changed as well.
今は英文法のドリルをやっているんですけど。
Ah, English grammar, yes.
もう何が何だかさっぱりです。
Don't worry, I don't either. Mayuri's pencil seems to droop in her hand as she sighed.
なんだかお腹空いちゃったね。バナナとジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを買ってこようかな。
A classic treats, and the beginning of our adventures in the original.
しかし、唐揚げを買ってきても温められないだろう。
なんで？電話レンジちゃん壊れちゃったの？
いや、壊れたわけではないが。
Wait a minute. We removed its door for experiments, so we can use it as a regular microwave. Wait a minute, though. Did we, like, super oops our development and, like, not even develop the phone wave, like, into a time leap machine? Like a D-mail machine? That would be interesting. Mayuri stood up and looked into the development room from, like she was confused. Just as she did, Kurisu emerged. She must have been overhearing us. She must have overheard us.
何？電子レンジとしても使えるわよ。
Oh, wait, what? Huh?
岡部、さっき自分で中華まん温めてたじゃないの。
そうだったか？
He's like, okay. Oh, bro, we put a lot of breaks apparently here. Causality is probably the only reason Kurisu's here actually at this point. I hurried to the development room. The phone wave named subject to change was as fully intact as the day it was first transformed from the regular microwave into the phone wave named subject to change. In short, it's in its original condition. Door's still on and can still microwave things. I turn it on just to be sure. I take the coffee that Kurisu left on the table, place it in the phone wave named subject to change, and press start. The turntable rotated normally, and coffee in the cup was warmed up. I see. Reconsider D-mail experiment indeed. Looks like I stopped modifying the phone wave name subject to change after receiving my own message. When I returned from the development room, Kurisu was sitting in front of the table and helping Mayuri and Lukako with their homework.
とまあ、こうなるわけ。
So, are we never even going to like launch into anything here? I mean, the world's still probably doomed with the whole stuff we know from the Zero and like the Amadeus system and all that, but still.
ああ、そっか。なるほど。そういうことだったんですね。他にわからないところは？こっちの英訳がね、どうしたらいいのかなって。これはね。
Kurisu definitely solves the difficult saving problem. It was struck with admiration for a second, but then quickly shook it off. It's only natural for her to be good at English. She's from the States.
マユリ、そしてルーカー公よ。これからはわからないことがあったら、この法院教魔に尋ねるがいい。宿題などいくらでも教えてやろう。
If I remember correctly, Okabe, your English ain't so good.
さっき聞いたけど、オカリンに自分で考えろって言われたよ。
Oh, well, yeah.
何？
I looked at Lukako. He gave me a slightly concerned nod.
それって答えがわからなかっただけじゃないの？
無礼なことを言うな。
That does sound like something I'd say, though. No, it can't be.
まあ英語に関してはクリスティーナに一任しよう。なんといってもネイティブだからな。だが数学や物理はこのハワインキャーマが
Excuse me.
数学や物理もマキセ氏に教わった方がいいんじゃね？
Yeah, probably. Daru interrupted me while he was getting something to drink out of the fridge.
サイエンス誌に論文が掲載されちゃうような天才とただの中二病大学生じゃ勝負にならないっしょ。
You cut me to the quick, Daru, but I respect it.
この裏切り者め。
怖っ。
Daru sat in front of the computer again and resumed watching Nyan live. Between that and Kirishi working with Lukako and Mayuri on their homework, I felt like a third wheel. I slunk off to the development room. Alright, let's check the damage. What have we done this timeline? I suppose I will work on developing some future gadgets. That's what I should have been doing in the first place anyway. When I look at the shelf where our gadgets are stored, I notice a piece of paper affixed to the wall. I'd overlooked it when I was focusing on the phone wave near subject to change, but it appears to have a writing on it. It says, we're postponing our experiments on the phone wave, however, you may use it as a regular microwave.
なるほど。さすがこの俺法王院教母だ。判断が早いな。
I must have made this decision predicting the potential dangers of D-mail. Below my note was charmingly crude drawing by Mayuri with the message, try to limit your uses to 5 a day, be sure to save energy. Aww.
電話レンジ（仮に変わる）画期的な新型ガジェットを設計しなくてはなるまい。
Or you could just resume D-mail study, because like, it sounds like you wouldn't even have an option to send a D-mail at this point. Mumbling to myself, I grabbed a notebook to sketch out some ideas. I see an opened envelope in between the pages of the notebook. Oh, is this going to be the debt? It says payment due, and please use our convenient payment system.
電力会社からの請求書か。
I took the bill out of the envelope and looked at it. A strange sound gurgled out of me. As you might have imagined, the bill was obscene.
おい誰我が右腕よ。
何？今いいとこなんだけど。
緊急事態だ。ちょっと来てくれ。
だが断る。
But I refuse.
冗談事じゃないんだぞ。いいから来い。
なんだよもう。何どったの？
Yeah.
これお前は知ってるのか？
I showed the bill to Daru, but he was unperturbed.
この前みんなで大騒ぎしたじゃん。
そうか。
He's like, oh boy.
先月の電気代だな。なんでこんなに？
電話レンジ仮のせいだって言わなかった？その前の月と比べてそうとしか考えられない。
Oh. Yeah, all that electricity would probably... Oh. How... that's actually a decent question. If it actually pulls that much power, how are we pulling that much from the grid without setting off some breakers? You know, if you really think about that, that's either like a kind of like a overlook for the sake of a story, or this building's old enough to not have basic safety electricity buffers, which is terrifying to imagine, especially with how prone the structure is to burning, as we saw in linear. The dates would line up. I did conceive and create the phone wave last month, and I've been doing non-stop experiments on it ever since.
レンジってさ、ただでさえ消費電力が大きいのに、あんなに使ったらこうもなるわな。
Right.
いや、それにしたって請求されすぎだろ。
だからその原因を僕とマキセ氏が調べてるんじゃないか。それがわかるまで実験凍結って言ったのはオカリンだろ。
Right.
ああ。
I see. Now I know what the note on the wall in Mayuri's drawing meant. If I got a part-time job, I could make the money to pay it off, but it's still a ridiculous amount of money.
あ、そうだ。おい、マユリ。
I remembered that she said one of her customers was interested in buying our gadgets. That might bring in some extra money.
オカリ
あの人の話はどうなった？ほら、未来ガジェットを買ってくれるっていう。
Right.
のこと？
Not this world line. Although that did cause us a lot of trouble.
いやだからメイクインのお客が未来ガジェットを買ってくれるんだろ。
知らないよ。
Are you shaking her? I will wildly shake Mayuri by the shoulders, but she didn't seem to have any recollection of the man. Anguished, I look up toward the heavens. But all I could see was a dirty ceiling.
おのれ、これもまたシュタインズゲートの選択か。
Yes, yes it is, son! Oh, he's going full bore. As I murmur to myself, Dara and Mayuri exchange glances. Behind them, Kurisu and Lukuko were also looking at each other.
ねえ、さっきから使えんアイデアばかりだ。もっといい発想はできないのか？
I looked into each of my now assembled lab mems, each in turn scolding them.
だったらまずあんたがアイデア出しなさいよ。
Point.
文句だけなら小学生でも言えるっつうの。
異議なーし。
The lab mems start scolding me instead. This is not how it's supposed to work, guys. You're just supposed to help work with me. I'm the idea man who never has idea. Okay, you know what? This is falling apart quicker.
落ち着いてください、京馬さん。バナナ食べる？
That's actually really sweet.
よこせ！
He actually took it. I peeled a banana and started munching on it. I just set up a listing online for number 9. Homing Diva, number 10, Surprise Specs, and number 11, One Scoot Prevails. But there's no sign they're going to sell.
ねえ、京馬。フェリスの考えた12号機はどうしてダメなのかにゃ？
Wait, Ferris, wait. Oh, is did she talk about the bracelets? I thought that was Kurisu's idea. Oh no, it was Ferris and Kurisu together.
あれはちょっと危険だと判断した。
そうかしら。おもちゃレベルで作れば案外売れると思うんだけどな。少なくともこれまでのアイディアの中では一番面白いと思う。
I mean, she's not wrong, but
お前はマゾッコか？何にも知らないからって自滅するようなこと言うな。
I remembered the pain of those decidedly not toy spec electric shocks and I shivered.
は？何言ってるの？
とにかくあれは却下。他のアイデアを出すのだ。
Mayuri raises her hand.
ん？何かあるのか？
Mayuri rarely takes initiative on future gadget ideas, so this is impressive.
ね、マユシーを2人にする装置が欲しいです。
I don't think the world's prepared for that much adorableness. I'm pretty sure that it would implode.
は？
What? Everyone looks at Mayuri in surprise.
どういうこと？マユリちゃん？マユシーが2人いたらいいなって。
She's not wrong. The world would be a better place.
クローンってこと？昨日映画でやってたんだ。装置に入ってビビビビって光るともう一人マユシーが出てくるの。
それはクローンとはちょっと違うな。でもなんでそんなものが欲しいんだ
Mayuri really thought about this, wearing a rare look of intense focus. But her answer is pure Mayuri.
マユシーが2人いれば宿題が半分の時間で終わるかなって。
Maybe, but you'd probably both struggle on the same thing, so it actually wouldn't work if she were literally identical to you.
なんだそんな理由か。
In all reality, though, I mean, if you want to see what it looks like to have a double, look at identical twins. Like, their genetics are the same. They are essentially the same person, but immediately they deviate. Their genetics malform differently. They have different ailments that'll come up. Like, they'll have different life experiences and points of view. They're going to be completely different people, even if they share the same DNA. So, like, It's one of those misconceptions that like if you just had a double of you, it would be just like you. Probably not. It'd be an entirely unique personality. There'd be a lot of similarities, but it'd be distinct.
マユシーにとっては大事なことだよ。
まあどんな理由にしろちょっと無理な話ね。人間のクローンは認められていないし。
Yeah, it's true.
コピーロボットでもいいんだけどな。ほら、漫画であるでしょ。
A robot copy.
ああ、ピッて鼻を押すやつかにゃ。そうそう。
Oh my gosh.
それもちょっと無理かな。あったら面白そうだけどね。
Sounds fun.
どっちにしろだ。マユリそっくりのロボットが作れたとしても、宿題をやる速度は2倍にはならんぞ。宿題がわからんというやつが2倍になるだけだ。
I imagine Mayuri and Robo Mayuri saying, I get it, in unison.
そうか。
She sounded kind of sad. Aww. We didn't come up with any good ideas. We agreed to sleep on it and regroup later. Then we called our roundabout discussion to an end. We got a mail. CRT shop now. What? Excuse me. She'd probably say like, get down here now. I don't know how many times I've looked at the bill on the table and groaned since last night. How could we have used so much electricity? Shouldn't I just bite the bullet and get a part-time job? Probably! I was snapped out of my musings by the sound of someone running up the stairs. That's walking. Footsteps this heavy have to be Daru's.
オカリン、一緒に来てくれ。
Oh, wait, what?
ど
What?
うした？まさか機関のアジトをついに突き止めたのか。
That would be nice, but
さ
no.
すがは俺の右腕だ。早速ミリタリー・オブ・ザ・セイント・アークを招集して。
今は中二病設定で遊んでる場合じゃないのだぜ。急がないと他のやつにさらわれる。
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about?
さらわれる？誰が？
エアコンだよ、エアコン。そこの路地に不法投棄されてるのを見つけたんだ。業務用のでかいやつだから一人じゃ運べない。
You know what? Considering things, this is actually an emergency. I was about to get up from the couch, but changed my mind and plopped back down.
オカリン？
ダルよ。
Oh,
貴様、我がラボの財政危機をどう思っているのだ？
good point. We couldn't use it.
捨ててあるんだからただじゃん。
物がただでも使うには電気代がかかるだろ。しかも
Oh,
業務
sorry.
用のエアコンとなれば
Curse my
一体
hand.
いくらかかることか。
I'm always doing that.
それとも何か使いもしないエアコンを飾っておけと？壁色の神々に捧げられたサモトラ家のニケ像のように。
Wait, a Nike. Nike of Samathris? I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't feel that tired. Kaberi, the torso portion of the winged victory of Samothrace, a marbled Hellenistic sculpture of Nike, the Great Goddess of Victory, that was discovered in 1863. While researchers attempted to restore the statue from the excavated remains, its head and left arm remain MIA. The most commonly agreed upon theory is that sometime around 200 BC, the people of Rhodes built the sculpture to celebrate their victory at sea. And then Nike of Samothrace. Oh yeah, and then Kaberi, a group of enigmatic chthonic deities in Greek mythology. They were worshipped across Greece, but especially in Samothrace.
例えが全然わかんないけど、つまりダメってこと？
その通りだ。
そっか、仕方ないな。
理解してくれたか、我が右腕よ。
うん。要するに、女性陣を汗だくにして、その香りでハーハーしたいということですね。わかります。
Oh, Daru, of course you would say that.
貴様と一緒にするな。
てってるー。
Aww.
オカリン、ダルくん、おはよ
Ohio. That's I you don't see her often in her school outfit, but it's very cute.
なんか昼間っからセクハラまがいの会話が聞こえたんですけど。
Yeah, yeah, but that was actually Daru this time, not just Vei.
気のせいだ。それより二人で一緒に来るとは珍しいな。
今そこで会ったんだよ。
Mayuri says while wiping the sweat off her face.
ほうほう、まゆし、今日は制服なんだね。
学校で補習授業があったんだ。その帰りなのです。
Oh, nice.
補習がない日もぜひ制服コスで来てください。
まゆしのはコスじゃないよ。
Yeah. Mayuri laughed and walked into the development room.
まゆし、お昼ご飯まだなんだ。みんなもジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン食べる？
Aw, she's so sweet. She totally could eat it all by herself.
ありがとう。でもブランチ食べてきちゃったから。
Aw.
俺も食べてしまった。
僕はもちろんいただきます。
じゃあ2人分温めるね。
There you go.
まゆり、宿題は終わったのか？
英語だけ。他の科目はまだ残ってるけど。
Oh, man. Mayuri returned to the development room and sits next to me.
でも今日はちょっと未来ガジェットの開発をしようと思います。
Ooh, I want to know what a Mayuri future gadget is.
未来ガジェット？
Mayuri took sewing materials and a tiny set of clothes out of her tote bag. The clothes looked like they might fit a stuffed doll.
何それ？
お洋服だよ、クリスちゃん。
Okay.
それはわかるけど、どうしてそれが未来ガジェットなのかなって。
ロボマユシーに着せるんだ。
Robo Mayushi's like, wait, what? Was she making a mini robot?
ロボマユシ？
We all exchanged glances.
なんだそれは？
これ
Okay. Mayuri reached into her tote bag and withdrew what seemed to regard as a precious object. Oh gosh, it was a doll. A girl standing about 30 centimeters tall.
リサイクルショップで見つけたんだ。すごいんだよこれ。背中のボタンを押すとね。
Oh my gosh. That's adorable. Oh no! Why don't I want one now? It's perfect.
ねえ、自分の声が録音再生できるの。
That's adorable.
中に IC レコーダーが入っててランダムに再生されるのね。
そうなんだよ。これにマユシーと同じお洋服を着せれば未来ガジェットロボマユシーの完成です。
That's adorable.
まゆりってばまだコピーロボットのアイデアを諦めてなかったのね。
いや待つのだまゆり。それはただおもちゃを着せ替えただけだろ。未来ガジェットとは違うぞ。
Oh, come on, man. It's as much a gadget as like, what is it, like the tracking umbrella? That's just a GPS inside an umbrella.
へえ。
我が研究所ではそれを未来ガジェットとして公認することはできんな。
Why not?
そっか。
Mayuri clearly had something on her mind, but instead she just smiled and said,
それじゃあオカリンにプレゼントするよ。
Aww.
は？
綺麗にできたらオカリンにあげます。
Okay.
何を言っている。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法院京馬にそんなファンシーなものは不要だ。
Take the stupid doll, Okabe!
そんなこと言わないでもらってほしいな。
Mayuri smiled and started sewing. When I took a closer look at the clothes in her hand, I realized it was the same outfit she often wears.
もらってあげなさいよ岡部。毎晩抱っこして寝たらいいんじゃない？
You are not making this better.
貴様、女子の分際でこの法院京馬を愚弄するか。
抱っこされるのは恥ずかしいな。
Oh gosh.
だからそんなことはしないというのに。
まゆしまゆし、そこはもう少し恥じらいのニュアンスが欲しいでござる。特に抱っこのところをためらいがちに、それによって本当は抱っこしてほしい乙女心がうは燃える。
You shut your face, Daru.
変態は黙っていろ。
Shut up, hentai.
できたよ。ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン。
Yay. I can tell like we're in a Mayuri story because it's the most wholesome thing we've ever read in a Steinsgate series. Mayuri stopped sewing and hopped to the development room. I looked at the voice recorded doll and its not yet tailored clothes sitting on the couch. I don't know what to make of all this. Does Mayuri really want me to have this? I'd feel bad leaving it here at the lab, but I can't imagine what my parents would think of me if I brought it home. Wah, come on. While I was mulling my options over, Mayuri returned with a fried chicken on 2 plates. She handed Daru one and sat back down on the couch. After enjoying her tasty-looking chicken, she clapped her hands.
そうだ、大事なことを忘れるところだったよ。
Yeah. What is it? What is it? She reached once more into her tote bag and took out an envelope.
じゃーん。
What is this?
ん？なんだそれは。
へへへ。なん
Whoa!
と西武公園遊園地のプール入場券。しかも5枚セッ
Hey! I remember in the intro sequence there was like bathing suits, and I was kind of wondering when those are gonna pop up. Yes, let's do this. So, a large amusement park located in the suburbs of Tokyo in Sayama Hills, currently celebrating the 60th anniversary. It takes about an hour to get there by train from Ikebukuro Station. Now, of course, this is fictional, but I bet you there's actually a water park there. Because funny enough, it kind of reminds me of the water park description-wise that we saw in Mubla Photon Flowers with the Sumika pre-extra storyline. Also was relating to a large water park in the nearby Tokyo area. Again, probably based on a real thing, but fictionalized, obviously, for most likely copyright reasons.
プール？
商店街の福引きで見事に当てました。
That's freaking awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So who's gonna go? Mayuri raised her fists in victory. A lottery. I guess they do have little events like that at the local shopping district.
ということで誰か一緒に行かないかな。オカリンはどう？
I have like one of the worst lucks ever. Actually, I think it's technically improved because I remember growing up like in high school and stuff, like I think I won a single drawing like that. One time. I entered into a lot of them because my parents often took me to like to fairs and like other like get-togethers where they would do lotteries and all that, and I've only won one time, and it was like somebody had made like a tin man out of like cans like that had been cleaned and recycled to make a little tin man decoration. I remember I didn't like, it's one of the, like, just like Mayuri's thing, it's like it wasn't like I signed up to win it, it just like you got signed up because you attended and I happened to win that. But yeah, I just don't win stuff. It never comes to me quick. Is it like, obviously like most people don't win stuff all the time, but like I feel like my luck's never been very good. My dad's luck was always fantastic. Like he went to a concert once for a band that he was like kind of into, but his friends were really obsessed with, and he won a signed guitar like from the band that he kept like hung up at our house. We went to a like 4th of July festival where again like you by showing up you got a ticket to put into the raffle, and then you could pay money that was donated to a charity for extra raffle tickets. My dad didn't buy any, he just put in the one, like we all did, but he won a PlayStation, I think it was a PlayStation 2 back when they were like newer, which he then promptly just sold and bought an Xbox with. So you know, there's like he always was winning these little dinky things all the time. It was really fun, and that's why I always felt like my luck was terrible, because I felt like I never won anything, but he always seemed to win stuff.
ラボの状況を考えろ。俺は遊んでいる場合ではないのだ。
Hey, Okabe, it's a water park that you got for free. Go play.
そうなの？
What a fool.
それにな、有害な真夏の紫外線に長時間素肌を晒すなど言語道断。完全なる自殺行為だ。法王隠居魔ともあろう者がそのような愚行を犯すわけがないだろう。
Sun's free, dude. I mean, unless you're like literally a vampire, which I know you're not.
日焼け止めを塗ればいいだけじゃない？
Thank you, Kurisu. Glad we think on the same line. Wavelength.
知らんのか。ああいうクリームにはな、紫外線を防ぐために酸化チタンなどの金属が使われているのだ。肌にいいわけがない。
What's better than the alternative?
それに遊園地のプールはほとんどの場合、日焼け止めを塗っての遊泳は禁止だ。
Really? They don't allow some kinds of sunscreen. But that's just because they can, like, make the water more toxic. And, like, a lot of those places are going to be places that have, like, wildlife in them, not artificial pools. Artificial pools, I don't think, care.
だったらラッシュガードを着れば？
Wait, rash guard? What is that? Type of clothing that protects against ultraviolet rays. It's made from the same materials as the bathing suit. It can be worn when swimming. It was originally designed for water sports, but recently it's become popular at beaches and pools thanks to its ability to prevent sunburn. Oh, okay. That's like it's like it looks like wearing like a long sleeve shirt and like pants, right? Yeah. Actually, frankly, I'm probably gonna indulge in that myself just because it's handy and like it just seems comfortable.
あんな暑いもの炎天下で着ていられるか。
Well, that's why you get in the water.
はは。
Oh, she's like, wait, you're just embarrassed, aren't you?
なんだ？
Oh, yeah, we're on to you.
要するに泳げないから行きたくないってことですね。わかります。
Oh, that's even better.
違うわ。とにかく行かないと言ったらいかんぞ、マユリ。
Can you really... Is that a common thing? Like, I feel like this comes up a lot in stories, but like, it can't be common, right? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, it's just hard for me to imagine anyone not knowing how to swim, but I know it happens. But like, I've only met like 2 people in real life that didn't know how to swim.
そっか。残念だね。
You're making her cry, dude. Go! Drown if you have to.
ねえ、クリスちゃんは？
私は OK よ。というかぜひ行きたい。運動は苦手なんだけどね。泳ぐのだけは大好きなのよ。
Aw, yeah, that's me to a T. Not athletic, but like to swim.
マユシとマキセシが行くんなら僕も参加決定。
Right.
何？
もちろん2人の水着姿の撮影は OK なんですよね。
And you're banned.
なわけないでしょ。絶対に NG。
代わりに僕のも撮っていいから。
Ah.
ノーサンキューです。
僕のぽよぽよお腹はなかなか可愛いと思うんだけどな。
My roly-poly tummy is so cute, though.
ノーサンキューです。
これで3人は決まりだから、あと2人か。フェリスちゃんとルカ君とスズさんと萌香さんも誘っ
Right.
て。でもチケットが足りないや。
That's what I was worried about, too.
足りない女の子の分は僕が出すよ。特にフェイリスさんにはぜひ来てほしいよ。
Oh, Daru.
それじゃあみんなにメールしてみるね。
うほう、リア充来たこれ。爆発しろって言われるかもな。
Yeah, you explode yourself. Come on, Okabe. Are you really going to do this? Like, even if you can't swim, are you really gonna just not go? Daru's so elated, it looks like he's about to run out the door and buy a beach ball and pool toys. He's even looking at the amusement park's website with Kurisu and Mayuri. Though you wouldn't think he'd want to do anything outside by looking at him. How dare he betray me?
どうしたの岡部？
Uh-huh. What's wrong? You suddenly want to go? You try to make it like sound like only a cool person would, like an uncool person would go, but then everyone's going. So now you realize you're the uncool person.
もしかして行く気になった？
Yeah.
ねえ行こうよオカリン。オカリンがいた方がマユシは楽しいよ。
How can you deny her?
いや、
まゆりもこう言ってるし、なんだったら泳ぎ教えてあげようか。
Who would turn that down? Who in the right mind? Who, I tell you?
だから俺は泳げるというのに。
ほう
Oh, wait a minute.
それじゃあ私と競争しますか？
That could work, but it also could be this. It might not be that he doesn't know how to swim. He probably doesn't know how to swim well, so he's not a confident swimmer. But the more important thing is he might have a fear of water. Not just like water, but like deep water. Water that you could presumably potentially drown in. I grew up with a friend who had that. Like, of course, it wasn't too bad that he couldn't go to pools, but he hated like the really deep water pools and like diving boards and stuff. Like anywhere where it was deep enough for a diving board, he would not touch. And like the ocean or like big like lakes or like, he's just like, no. He didn't even like crossing bridges. Like he could obviously do it, but like if you were walking across the bridge and like there was like not much of a railing, like it was just too much. Because he just had a fear of deep, especially deep running water, deep moving water. So lakes were a bit better, but then like a big river or the ocean is just a no-go for him. I wonder if Okabe has something similar to that.
望むところだ。
Of course, Okabe has his pride!
オカリン、それは無謀でないの？
Yeah.
なんでだ。
僕の知る限り、オカリンは犬かき10メートルがやっとだったような気がするんだけど。
Yeah. So he really just is not talented.
どんな挑戦でも受けねばならない。それがこの法王院教魔の宿命なのだ。
What a fool.
ま、別にいいけどさ。
じゃあ決まりね。岡部も参加と。
Yeah.
嬉しい。
Mayuri smiled gently.
水着買いに行くから付き合ってくれないまゆり。私アメリカから持ってきてないんだ。
いいよ。ちょうど新しいの買おうと思ってたし。
Oh, that sounds like a fun trip.
あ、僕も行くよ。
Nope. I don't like how I'm thinking like you, Daru. Nope.
あんたは来るな。
なんで？
変態お断り。
No purrs allowed.
変態じゃない。変態紳士だ。
It's got that in it still. It's still a perv. You can't do
同
that.
じだ。ねえまゆり、秋葉の近くってそういうお店あるのかしら。渋谷とか出なきゃダメ？
いつも池袋のパルコやルミネでお買い物しちゃうから、フェリスちゃんを誘うついでに聞いてみようかな。
Perfect.
オカリ、ダルくん、それじゃあちょっと行ってくるね。
Sounds good. Have a good day, girls.
おお。
Mayuri finished her fried chicken and left with Kurisu. Part-time warrior. Did I use it wrong? I thought everyone was emailing like that nowadays. But the acronym didn't make any sense. A pool. The high school I went to didn't have a pool, so there was no swimming classes. I don't think I've been in the water since my second year trip to the sea, and Daru and I stayed at the shallows the whole time. So you just never... Your parents never took you to learn, I guess, huh? But maybe I'll actually stand a chance against her. She's a science girl. She doesn't work out either. There's no way she can swim much better than me, right? Oh, son. I was the most unathletic person you ever could believe in, but because of the buoyancy in water, to swim decently, like, doesn't actually take that much strength. Obviously, professionally is a whole nother matter, but like, if he can barely doggy paddle, there's not a chance he's gonna be okay. Which means I still have a chance.
オカリンはどっちだと思う？
何が？
マキセ氏とマユ氏の水着、ビキニ、ワンピース？
Either way, it's fine, man.
マユリはビキニは着ないんじゃないか？って何を言わせる？
I glared Daru. He merely smiled and said, "You've got a dirty mind, Okarin." Yes, yes. But to be fair, we all do. Like, no one can deny. All of us, guys, girls, I don't care who you are. We all have a dirty mind. In our own way. Obviously, each mind's going to be different, and not all dirty minds are going to be focused on dirtiness or the same kind of definition of dirtiness. But everyone has thoughts that they're like, oh, this is really fun for me to think about, but I probably wouldn't ever talk about. Anyway, to the sound of the cicadas as we get ready for the beach episode, which we've all been waiting for. At least I've been waiting for it. I'm sure you have too. We will end it here for today and launch into that glory next week. So hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you've enjoyed this introduction to the Mayuri story, and we're going to jump right in and see what crazy adventures we're going to be going on. I have a feeling that since this is like the special one, that this is probably going to be one of the longest ones that we've done. So I'm not sure what to expect, like lengthwise, but I'm just going to enjoy every second of it. I'm just glad I got to the proper ending. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to the patrons who have made this all so much more possible by helping support the channel. They're helping to make sure that as we cultivate a future in the series that we're going to be covering, that we'll be able to do so with like excitement and oomph. And it's time to start looking forward to the next phase. We're going to be talking about some of the new things going on. If you are a patron, we're going to be doing a patron cast here pretty soon. Heads up, I would have already announced this on the patron side of our Discord group, but I am going to be contemplating and discussing in the next patron cast what the next titles I'm anticipating that I'm going to cover in the near future. So if you're curious about that, being a patron is a good way to get a good glimpse into some of my future thinking and just some of the nuts and bolts of the channel. But you're supporting me just by being here, so thank you so much for being here. Like, you all mean so much to me, and every comment, every like, and even just every view, it's so like meaningful to me, and I'm really grateful for it. I hope that you continue to support me, that I can hopefully continue to make good content that you can enjoy in the coming weeks, months, and years, because I'm certainly not planning on stopping anytime soon. So thank you so much for all the time you spent with me, and thank you so much for all the wonderful like atmosphere you bring. And until next video you're watching me up, see me next. I'll see you there.